Namaste. Tonight I'm going to read Volume 2, Book 2, Rudra Samhita, Part 3, Chapter 5. Kartikeya is crowned in the Shiva Puran. Om Vakratuna Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirviganam Kuneva Sarvakaya Sushara Om Ekadantai Vim Vakratunai Om Gam Om Yadi Visavaputesho Vidyarupinna Sanchita Namasase 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 Om Namo Namo Jaganmata Vidya Pradhani Mahasaraswati Namo Namo Maraklani Mata Saraswati Namaste Muhammad Say Vidmi Param Say. Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Deva Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Hari Om Tat Sat. Brahma said, in the meantime, he saw an excellent, lustrous and wonderful chariot made by Vishwakarman. It was commodious with 100 wheels. It was beautiful and had the quickness of the mind. It had been sent by Parvati and was surrounded by the excellent attendants of Shiva. With an aching heart, Kartikeya, born of the semen of Lord Shiva, the perfectly wise and endless being, got into it. At the same time, the distressed, grief-stricken Kritikas approached him with disheveled hair and began to speak like mad women. Kritikas said, "O ocean of mercy, how is it that you ruthlessly leave us and go? This is not a virtuous thing for a fostered son to forsake his mothers. You have been you have been brought up by us affectionately, hence you are our son in virtue of that. What shall we do? Where shall we go? What can we do?" After saying this and closely embracing Kartikeya, the Kritikas fell into a swoon due to the imminent separation from their son. Restoring them to consciousness and instructing them with spiritual utterances, "O sage," he got into the chariot along with them and the Parasadas too. Seeing and hearing various auspicious and pleasing things, Kumara went to the palace of his father along with the Parasadas. Kumara reached the foot of a Nyagrodha tree at Kailasa in the fast chariot along with Nandi seated to his right. There, Kumara, the son of Shiva, an expert in various divine sports, waited along with the Kritikas and the chief of Parasadas in great delight. Then all the gods, sages, siddhas, Charanas, Vishnu and Brahma announced his arrival. Then, in order to see him, Shiva, along with Vishnu, Brahma, the gods, sages and others, went there. Many conchs, bharis and turiyas were sounded. There was great jubilation among the delighted gods. Virabhadra and other ganas followed them with different chiming cymbals, beating the time and sporting about. Eulogizing and being eulogized, they sang songs of praise. Shouting cries of victory and obeisance, the delighted people went to see the excellent son of Shiva, born in the grove of Sara plants. Parvati caused the entire outskirts of the city fully decorated with Padmaraga and other gems. The main highway was rendered beautiful and auspicious. The 30 goddesses, Lakshmi and others, stood in front, along with chaste ladies whose husbands and sons were alive, and Parvati stood ahead of them. At the bidding of Parvati, the smiling celestial damsels, Ramba and others dressed gorgeously, were engaged in singing and dancing. Those who looked at Kumara resembling Shiva saw a great halo pervading the three worlds. Immediately they saluted Kumara, who was enveloped by the brilliant halo, the lustre of molten gold, and the refulgence of the sun. With shoulders stooping down and eagerly engaged in shouting the cry of obeisance, they flanked him to the right and left and stood by. Vishnu, Indra, and I, as well as the gods, prostrated on the ground, as well, and went round Kumara. In the meantime, Shiva and Parvati, highly delighted and jubilant, came there and saw their son. On seeing his son, the great Lord Shiva, the sole kingsman of the universe, along with the great goddess Parvati, was filled with pleasure and love. The Lord, who wore snakes on his body and was surrounded by the Pramatas. On seeing Parvati and Shiva, Kartikeya got down from the chariot immediately and saluted them. Embracing him with love, Shiva kissed Kumara on the head. He, the cause of great affection, was highly delighted. Embracing him in great excitement and melting with love, Parvati suckled him at her breasts. The Nirajana rite was performed by the delighted gods in the company of their wives. The sages adored Kumara with the Vedic chants, the musicians by singing songs, and others by playing upon musical instruments. Placing Kumara, shining with brilliant lustre, on his lap, Parvati shone with glory, at the greatest among women who carried sons. At the bidding of Shiva, Kumara, in the company of his gunners, came to Shiva's abode. He felt very happy in the company of jubilant gods. The couple shone simultaneously, being saluted by the sages and surrounded by the important gods. Kumara delightedly played about in the lap of Shiva. He teased Vasuki round Shiva's neck with his hands. Seeing that sportive act with his merciful vision, Lord Shiva spoke about it to Parvati laughingly. Seeing the gentle smile of Kumara, Lord Shiva and Parvati attained great joy. The Lord and sole ruler of the worlds and kingsman of the universe uttered nothing with his throat choked through affection. Then Shiva, the Lord of the universe, following the worldly convention, delightedly placed Kartikeya on a beautiful gem-set throne. With hundreds of gem-set pots filled with the waters of holy centers, sanctified by Vedic mantras, he performed his ceremonial ablution joyously. Vishnu gave him a crown, a coronet, and bracelets molded and set in gems. His own necklace, Vijayanti, and the discus. Shiva gave him the trident, the bow, Pinaka, the axe, the arrow Pasupata, the weapon of destruction and the greatest law. I gave him the holy thread, the Vedas, the mantra, Gayatri, the vessel, Kamandalu, the arrow, Brahmastra, and the law that destroys the enemy. Then Indra gave him a lordly elephant and a thunderbolt. The Lord of the waters, Varuna, gave him a white umbrella and a necklace of gems to wear. The sun gave him a chariot as fast as the mind and a coat of mail with great equipments. Yama, his own staff. The moon, a vessel full of nectar. Agni lovingly gave him a spear. Nriti, his own weapon, and the wind, his own weapon. Kubera gave him a mace, Shiva a spear, the gods different kinds of weapons and implements. The delighted Lord of Kama gave him the weapon of love, the club, and his own law with great pleasure. The ocean of milk gave him valuable gems and a splendid anklet set with gems. Himavat gave him divine ornaments and garments. Garuda gave him his own son. Chitra Barhana Aruna, a powerful cock, Tamrachuda. Parvati gave him power and prosperity, smilingly and joyously. She gave him longevity too, with great pleasure. Lakshmi gave him divine wealth and a great and beautiful necklace. Savitri gave him the entire Siddhavidya with joy. O sage, the other goddesses too, who had come there, gave him their respective presents. The Kritikas too did the same. O excellent sage, there was great jubilation there. Everyone was delighted, especially Parvati and Shiva. In the meantime, O sage, the powerful Shiva spoke to Brahma and to other gods, laughingly and joyously. Shiva said, O Vishnu, O Brahma, O gods, you listen to my words. I am delighted in all respects. Please choose the boons you wish. Brahma said, O sage, on hearing those words of Shiva, Vishnu and other gods spoke to Shiva with faces beaming with pleasure. The gods said, O Lord, Taraka will certainly be killed by Kumara. It is for that purpose that he is born. Hence, in our effort to kill him, we shall start this very day. Please give your directions to Kumara. Let him slay Taraka for our happiness. Thinking that it shall be so, Lord Shiva entrusted his son to the gods in order to kill Taraka, urged by his mercy that he was. At the bidding of Shiva, Brahma, Vishnu and other gods jointly started from the mountain, keeping Kumara in front. After coming out of Kailasa at the behest of Vishnu, Tvastir built a wonderfully fine city very near the mountain. There he built a divine, exquisite and wonderfully brilliant house for Kumara. Tvastir set up an excellent throne there. The intelligent Vishnu performed the auspicious ceremony of crowning Kartikeya in the company of the gods by means of waters from all holy centers. He bedecked Kartikeya in every manner and dressed him gorgeously. He went through the ceremony in brief and made everyone celebrate the event with pleasure. Vishnu joyously gave him the suzerainty of the universe. He applied the tilaka mark and worshipped him along with the gods. Bowing to Kartikeya with pleasure along with the gods and sages, he eulogized the eternal form of Shiva with various hymns. Kartikeya, seated in the excellent throne and assuming the lordship and protectorate of the universe, shone extremely well. Footnotes. (140) Kumara is said to be born of Shiva's semen. That was first swallowed by the fire, assuming the form of a pigeon, then by the Kritikas, the 6 wives of the sages, then by Ganga, who deposited it in the reeds. Kumara is thus called, that's my Hindi here, Agniya, Kartikeya, Gange, and Sharaj. 141 Vasuki, the king of the Nagas, is said to adorn Shiva's neck. 142 Siddha Vidya is the supreme knowledge of yogic attainment that renders a person spiritually efficacious. Here ends today's reading of the Shiva Puran. Om Prabhupranatham Vivam Veshwanatham Jagannatanatham Sarantabhajan Bhutipitam Veshwaram Bhutanatham Shivam Shankaram Shamashat Om Kapura Karum Karanapataram Sansarasara Bhujakendra Samtam Hirdayar Vinde Bhavam Bhavami Saitam Namami Om Nama Parvati Pate Hara Mahadevi Ki Jai. Om Tuya Mata Chapita Tuya Tuya Bandusha Chasakatma Tuya Vidya Dravinang Tuya Tuya Sarvam Deva Deva Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat.